You wake up with a crushing pain in your chest. You glance away from the road for a split second. The ominous cloud on the horizon suddenly spins into a swirling cone of destruction. The usually gentle stream you cross washes out a bridge. An electrical spark in your attic sends your family into the freezing night in pajamas. You're bewildered, scared, maybe in pain. But help is on the way. Our local first responders.
I don't look for someone to say, hey, you did a great job, because that's my job.
The reason I became a police officer is I used to get in a little bit of trouble when I was a child, and there was a South Bend police officer. He was married to my aunt at the time. He kind of took me by the nape of the neck and said, you're gonna do right.
I'm just a regular person, you know. When I leave here, I don't have a uniform on, you know. I'm dad mowing the lawn or doing some work around the house or something like that. But it's very humbling.
I've always been a people person. I've always taken pride in helping people. The fire department has evolved so much over the last 30 or more years to where it's not just putting out fires. It's caring for people that's probably the worst time of their lives, losing possibly their homes, losing their mementos, some cherished items that they can't recover anymore.
It allows me to sleep nights comfortably, knowing that our first responders are out there. You know, I see every day the calls that take my breath away, the dangerous situations that they have to respond to, and the split-second decisions that they have to make. Just this past year, we had at least 6 or 7 incidents where our police officers actually saved lives. Our officers were the first there to respond and to maybe provide CPR and save a life before a fire engine or an ambulance could get there.
To be the first ones that people see in their time of need, even just seeing them and knowing that someone's there for them, no matter if they actually apply anything that we actually are trained to do. The first response is by a person to know that somebody's there for them. I think reassuring.
And sometimes that includes breaking the ultimate bad news, the death of a family member.
They've lost their loved ones. They're unsure what's going to happen next, and you know, that's when we have to step in and sometimes have to deliver some really bad news for them and the worst part of their lives. And that's where I think, you know, we can help the most.
Nobody does it for the pay. They do it knowing that they're making a positive impact in the community and they're bettering the community that they live and work in for the whole. And I think that is rewarding in itself.
You know, I always say that Mishawaka is strong because our men and women of our Mishawaka Police Department and our fire department keep us safe.
It's not an 8 to 4:30 job. You get phone calls all night, all evening when you're with your family, and people need help, so it's your job to help them.
There's good days and there's bad days, and I mean, my wife can tell you all the good days and bad days, and so I talk to her about everything that we do and everything that goes on.
First responders, whether police, fire, or EMT, answer the call to protect and serve.
I don't like to see anybody get hurt or harmed, and so that's what I stand up to do. I like to see people happy, safe, and just too much harm in the world.
I think it's really hard to connect with people now with so many things going on in the world, with war, just huge political issues, whether you're on the right side or wrong side. It's times of emergency that people break down, and that's when they need the most help.
We're here for the community. We're here to help out any way we can. And if that means getting somebody out of danger that puts us in danger, well, I mean, that's the job. That's what we're here to do.
The way I look at law enforcement is the day that I say that I'm just coming to work to take people to jail is the day I should probably leave this job. I believe we're here to help the community. You know, just taking people to jail, that's part of our job, but there's a much bigger picture out there.
It is a calling that they have. It is a passion that they have to serve their fellow man.
Once we get there, they feel safe. and they feel like help is here, maybe it helps them calm down a little bit.
What I love most about what I do now is I go out and meet people, and my job is to try to help them keep from becoming victims.
I wind up seeing a lot of people that I do know. And you would think it's hard to see and help people that you know when they're hurting or something like that, but sometimes it just feels good that you know that you're there for them.
Several years ago, I went on a call that I made a difference in a gentleman's life. He had a cardiac arrest while playing basketball. It was in my elementary school gymnasium that I went to school in. And to go and frequent these places and try to help people in those places, it's very rewarding because I'm making a difference, and I never thought that I would make a difference.
I care about everyone in this community. I care about people in general, and I hope that shows through, and that's not showing through like it's a job, that I'm just trying to collect a paycheck, and that's the only reason why I do what I do. I do what I do because I care.
These first responders represent a vast worldwide community of brave and dedicated men and women who approach their jobs with dignity and grace, asking little in return.
I just love, it's kind of, taboo or cliche or whatever, everybody says it, but I just love helping people and putting a smile on people's faces and just being a part of the community. I enjoy that the most.
Well, I don't consider myself a hero. I just consider myself doing my job and giving back to the community.
The heroes are some of the family members that have to deal with the tragedies and the losses and bounce back from it.
Leon Layson, a young Jewish boy protected by Oskar Schindler, said, "A hero is an ordinary human being who does the best of things in the worst of times."